Oh my goodness. There's so many people here.
Take your seat, sir.
Okay. Here we go.
Ist es okay für euch? Wollt ihr es übersetzt haben oder auf Englisch? Okay, they don't need a translation. We just do it in English.
Okay, I'll make it up as I go along.
So, Jeff.
Yes.
Are you excited about being here?
I am incredibly charged up. We've been working on this game. Last year we came here, we told you stories, we showed you art. This year we're showing you the game. People are playing hands-on and they're just completely and totally psyched. This is a great, great turnout. I'm just shocked by the number of people out here.
Könnt ihr Jeff
Thank
hören?
you. What, a little bit more? A little bit more? We're here? We're better?
Besser?
Okay.
So, Jeff, you're excited. To abbreviate, you're thrilled to be here.
Pardon?
Because they didn't hear it. You're thrilled to be here?
I have to thank them all over again. I'm just astounded by the number of people who are here. Last year we were here. We were talking about the lore. We were talking about the stories. We were showing off our beautiful art. This year we're here. We're showing the game. We're letting people get hands-on experience, and everyone is incredibly charged up. I'm just really excited, and I want to thank everybody for coming. Really.
Okay, let's just go right into it. We just released Ghosts of Ascalon, our first ever Guild Wars novel. Can you tell us a little bit more about what are Guild Wars novels? Oh, hey, yeah, that one. So, what is up with those Guild Wars novels?
Well, the Guild Wars novels are I'm slipping again. Hang on. Are three independent. Are we good? Are we good? 3 independent novels. There we go. Yes. We are actually sending stories. Guild Wars 2 takes place 250 years after the events of Guild Wars 1, and that's a long time period, and we're telling the stories of what's happened between then and now. In Ghost of Ascalon, we're resolving the conflict between the humans and the Char. For centuries they've been fighting, they've been sieging Ebonhawk. This is a question of how they all start coming together so that when you get to Guild Wars 2, you have humans and you have Char who are working together and not exactly peaceful. They aren't exactly friends, but they are definitely willing to work together against a greater threat.
So, why is it called Ghosts of Ascalon? Like, what are the Ghosts of Ascalon?
The Ghosts of Ascalon, when the Char eventually overran Ascalon, and at the very last moment, King Adalbern worked a mighty spell called the Foe Fire, where he shattered his sword, Magdair, and transformed all the surviving humans in Ascalon into ghosts, who are acting as a permanent rearguard action and fight against the invading Char who are occupying their homeland. That's one meaning of the Ghost of Ascalon. The other meaning is the Ghost of Ascalon is about a guy named Dougal Keen, who's one of the few humans who has been inside Ascalon City since the Char moved in and got out alive. And he has to go back to Ascalon City and face his own personal ghosts as well. So it's got 2 meanings.
Twofold question. One is, will we meet old friends we know from Guild Wars 1 in the book? And the other is, vice versa, will characters from the book, will we meet them in the game?
Yes, we will. We will basically, it's part of the same universe, so characters go back and forth. So characters we created for the novel are showing up in the game, and characters from the game are coming back to the novels. What we learn in Ghosts of Ascalon is the Char have a very different opinion, for example, of Gwen than the humans do.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Gwen the Destroyer, they call her. So you'll basically encounter a lot of old characters, as well as characters from the book will show up in the game. They are in the demo now. I mean, you meet Logan Thackeray, you meet Lieutenant Groban is out there, so you have the characters from the book will filter back into the game as well.
Jeff, I mean, you were co-author of the novel. You also write stories for our game.
Yes.
What is it like? So how does it compare writing a novel to writing lore and commentaries for a game?
When we're working on the game, it's everybody. We are a big company and everyone throws in. We all have ideas, we all have concepts, so a lot of what I'm doing is traffic cop of all the great ideas that come down. Working on a novel, even with a co-writer, is much lonelier. It's much more, it's you and the printed page or the screen, and you're doing the best you can. And even so, as we were finishing chapters of the book, we were posting them in-house for everybody else to read. So I would be working along, and I would get comments on what people have read already. So this book has been has been embraced by the company. Everybody has been very active in it.
Yeah, I still remember when those copies were sent around. I refused to read them because I wanted to read the final product.
Okay.
We also asked people on Twitter to send in their questions. User Leo Typhoon asked us, what are your plans for future Guild Wars novels?
We are currently going to do 3 Guild Wars novels with Simon & Schuster. Ghost of Ascalon is the first one. It's out now and has just been translated into German with Panini, and that's on sale now. We've got Edge of Destiny, which is the second novel. It's by J. Robert King, and oh my god, it's good. And it's the story of our heroic, iconic characters, Ritlock and Logan and Zoja and Kate. And it's going to be out at the end of this year, beginning of next year. The third novel we haven't said anything about. We're still writing it. So therefore, the author and the subject, we're still under current. But the first book is so popular that we're already talking with Simon & Schuster about doing more novels.
So there might be a chance that we get even more than 3 novels?
There might be a chance for another novel, yeah.
That sounds great.
I'm excited by it.
And Twitter user Daniel, I wonder if it's Daniel Dochu, I don't think so. Twitter user Daniel says, can you tell us something about the Ebonhawk Fortress and its significance for the humans?
Well, not all the humans were driven out of Ebonhawk. A number of them were driven south into a fortress on the edge of the Crystal Desert. Gwen was one of the founders of this area, and it was called Ebonhawk, and it has become the thorn in the Char's side for the past 200 years, because they can't break through. It's too well defended. The humans have a surrogate in there, and they're keeping themselves supplied. So this is one of the bones of contention between the humans and the Char. And in the story of Ghost of Ascalon, to get to Ascalon, the group goes to Ebonhawk first, and then has to sneak behind enemy lines in order to get to Ascalon City.
I think we might have chance to ask 1 or 2 questions from the audience, if you're cool with that.
Pardon?
I think we have time to ask 1 or 2 questions. Anybody got a question for Jeff? Nobody?
We're good.
Hey, it seems like people are happy.
Okay.
Okay, if nobody has a question for Jeff, I guess you're like, answer them all. I think we get the books out.
Okay.
Do you got your pen ready?
I got my pen.
Then let me see where the books are.